Hey guys, how are we doing? It's Crypto Insight UK here with another YouTube video. It is 12:08 PM on the 17th of August 2021 in the UK, obviously. So Bitcoin on the daily, we are up 1.99%, 1.98-ish. As we all know, yesterday or the last few days we've been correcting a little bit. I said that this could happen. I'll go through. I did say yesterday I was 50-50 on whether I thought XRP would keep ripping or have a correction. It did look like it had a bit of a correction yesterday. Not really enough to provide a proper entry point for anyone. Like, you're scalping a few percent, but we did have a little bit of one. We'll get into that in a second. So Bitcoin's still flirting with this Fibonacci retracement level here, which is a 2.618. Excuse me. So we've had, in the previous patterns, we've had green candles, red correction, green candles, tiny correction, green candle, 3-day correction, big green candle, 3-day correction. And we're going to have another big green candle today and then a 3-day correction after that. If we were to have one similar sort of size to this, that was about 8.8%. If we were to have the same sort of green day today, we'll have 8.8%. That's about there. It's about $49,200 for a 3-day correction, which would look about right, which would take us down to using this 46,000 level as support, this Fibonacci level, and then we could really look to move out of this zone. However, the volume sort of just random, like it's higher than it has been over here, but it's not exactly high, it's just slightly higher. Obviously had the bullish crosses on the moving averages, but I didn't think they do too much. It's just nice to have a bit of a confirmation with some technicals. But what we're really looking for is some volume to come in, maybe some big news to come through, and us to really boost through these prices. But what news is really up and coming? We've got the legislative bill from America, but that's not going to be reassessed until September, so we've got another month for that. I do think the end of August will be a strong finish for cryptocurrency. And then, yeah, are we going to see any big announcements from companies holding Bitcoin? I don't know. Are we going to see some more announcements from countries holding Bitcoin, using it as legal tender? I don't know. I would be looking for altcoins to start outperforming Bitcoin at this point, though. I do think all altcoins will outperform Bitcoin in this last run-up. If we do what I think we're going to do into this sort of zone here, I think we'll have a much bigger percentage increase in most of the altcoins than we do in Bitcoin. As we know, Ethereum's really ripping at the minute. NFTs are still absolutely popping off, so why wouldn't Ethereum be popping? It does look to have kind of slowed down a bit, like similar to Bitcoin, but it's good. We need a consolidation period, find some levels of support, and then move on out of these zones. Otherwise, you're setting yourself up for disaster later down the line. Let's get into XRP. I'm going to bring us into the hourly. I'm going to show you what I saw yesterday, and it hit our take profit targets pretty well. So I saw this bull pennant forming. I think it's about 60% chance that it breaks out to the upside. If it had, it would have broken out to 142, and 30% that it comes down to the downside, which it did. Would have been a nice take profit target there. At 114, and that would have got you a nice 9% short there once you've confirm that breakout. You can confirm that with the volume coming through, so that was pretty obvious breakout there. We do look to be forming a triple bottom here, 1, a bit of a lower low, 2, 3, and out of this zone. Could we be forming something like that? It does look quite similar to the daily bottom that we formed. Look down here. 1, lower, 2, 3, out we come. So let's take us back into our time zone. We do need to break back with this 50-day moving average, is acting as resistance at the minute. But we look to be finding support in and around this $1.14 to 110 to 114 area, which is a decent support level. Let's see if we can hold that. If we do manage to fall through there, then we will be using the 200 on the hourly for some support, which kind of links up pretty well with this swing high to the left here, where we wicked all the way up there, rejected it, and came back down. So there hopefully will be some buying pressure in there. Personally, what I think will happen is we may be crab for a day, and then I think we'll probably take off again, to be completely honest with you. I don't know if we will crab for a whole day, but if we break through this 50-day, get some volume, we could really start to rip again. That's what I'll be looking for the market to do. It's really tough when you're in these positions because, as I was saying yesterday, when XRP starts to move, it does normally move really fast. And yeah, we had like 2 or 3, maybe 4 days of consolidation in this period. But then again, we moved after that in the space of 4 days. We moved 98%. So people say, oh, is my prediction of 250 on Friday still on? Yes, like we can easily move if we have like 2 or 3 days. So we've had 3 days already, or 1, 2, and this is the 3rd day of consolidation. Then in 4 days, if we move like 98%, even from this level here, we get 98%. We're on 238, so it's still definitely possible, is what I'm trying to say. And I don't. And that's obviously 2 days, but you can just add 2 days onto it, and it'll make it like Friday or Saturday. And the reason that I gave that projection is because of that exact reason. It's not because I've got a crystal ball or anything like that. It's just I'm just basing it on what's happened in the past and the velocity we've moved at in the past. You can compare this sort of section to the movements. Oh dear, I hate that when it does that. You can compare this section here to this section. I think this, what we're doing now, this slow grind up, mimics this section here where we slowly grind it up. And then I don't even think these mimic this yet. I think we're probably in this section here. I think we might see a fat green candle of like 50%, you know. That's not obviously financial advice, but that's just something that I'd be looking for. Like, see how here we had this fat red candle. I think we're going to see something like that to really boost us out of these zones. And it could take us straight above this 175 level. I really could see that, because yes, we've had more volume here, but we haven't had anything like this. So that's just what I've got my eyes open for. Again, it looks like Chainlink's absolutely about to take off. It's ripping at the minute, and Solana obviously is absolutely flying. It's reached its full Fibonacci extension and a little bit, so that's a great indicator for everyone who's in the crypto space. It's great to see. Don't know why my fib levels are drawn like that, but they don't make any sense. That would make a little bit of sense, but we haven't got enough historical data on Solana on this chart, so we can't, fib levels are basically non-existent. But it's nice to see that it did reach out all the way to $70. It's a market leader in the space at the minute, which is really nice to see. So it shows that we can rip up through these levels should we need to. And hopefully the market follows what Solana's doing. XTC is another one. Obviously, there's not loads of liquidity in the market with XTC, but it's another one that's starting to take that big move. Another one you need to keep your eye on is ADA. We're still in that danger zone at the minute, but we haven't fallen through. We've used the bottom of it as support 3 times now, which is a 702 Fibonacci retracement level, big level. We've confirmed that. We've wicked to it 3-4 times. So we are really confirming that as support, but at the minute it's unsure what it's doing. So we've had the selling pressure coming in from the top. That's why you got a long wick at the top. You got the buying pressure coming in from the bottom. We're sitting in between there at the minute. So that's the selling pressure coming in from the 786 and the buying pressure coming in from the 702. And everyone's deciding, oh, we're going up, we're going down. We've got people taking profits in this zone. So let's have a look at what happens going forward with ADA. I did have a little pennant there that you just probably saw, which had a breakout target of where I just projected, but it wasn't very neat. So what we're going to do is draw in another one, DJ Khaled. We're going to go like that. I know it's wicked out of there once, but I think that's probably not that accurate. We could go. Do you know what? I'm really not with it today, guys. Just going to have to bear with me. There. And there. So we've still got a long way to play out, which makes sense, because this is one of those zones for Cardano. And then you're looking at the top of that to the bottom, and then you're looking at that sort of breakout target. So wherever it breaks out, obviously, is where you're looking for your targets. And the same below. And the same below. But I would suggest if we break below, this would be a nice area to catch a bit of price action, or maybe on the 50-day, the 200-day moving average on the hourly. So yeah, that's basically all I'm seeing at the minute in regards to the charts. We have got our total market cap just under that 2 trillion again, so we do want to see that really push up and get above the 2 trillion. The volume is back a bit more than what we had, but the volume in general is not huge compared to what we did have. Let's have a look on the daily. So as you can see, the volume looks like it is starting to pick back up again, which is nice to see, but it's nothing like what we had in January to May, basically. The altcoin market cap is still popping off, which is nice to see. Lovely double bottom formation there, and out we come. That's textbook, to be fair. We do need a consolidation period here, nicely on top of this key resistance level. I don't know why I've drawn that in. Maybe it's a previous all-time high, or There must have been a reason I've drawn a big thick resistance in like that. I'm not 100% sure why, but let's have a look. Oh, it could have wicked out to it there. Okay, see. Yeah, okay, so that, yeah, okay, cool. So nice little area. As you can see, we have previous resistance here, which is kind of where we're getting stuck if you look to the left, and use previous support here. So this is a nice area to consolidate and then really accumulate and get ready for that push up to the next sort of level. So yeah, like I'm saying, let's go for a wild wacky prediction for XRP. This is something that I'm looking for. Maybe not today, maybe tomorrow or the next day. A nice big fat green candle, take it all the way above where we've already been. We might get stuck, to be fair, around here, but I'm gonna go out on a limb. A whim? Not really sure they're saying there. And say that we're just gonna rip up above $2, $2.20, somewhere around here, somewhere around this area. Let's go for here. And let's try and prove Blockchain Backer wrong, because he thinks we're going to consolidate in this area for a little bit. Do you know what, Blockchain Backer? I think you're one of the best TA people I've ever seen, but I'm going to go against you on this one, and I think we're going to see something like that just because of the momentum that we saw back here and the momentum that we saw in this bull run when we started to get going. And by the way, I don't think we're in this sort of phase yet. I'd say we're in this sort of phase down here if we were to go to something like this, just because of the extended cycles and the price action I think we'll see from XRP. So finally, just to finish this video, this is something that I think is pretty mad. I was pretty gassed about it yesterday. I talked about it on TikTok. Empower Oversight files FOIA, which is Freedom of Information Act, request seeking information of conflicts of interest in cryptocurrency at the SEC. And it's particularly regarding Jay Clayton, William Hinman, and there's another guy who I'm not sure about. I can't remember his name, but it's absolutely jokes to see because it's about blooming time. I'm not going to lie, guys. They are going to look into and see if there was any wrongdoing at the SEC when they were basically saying, yeah, Ethereum's not a security being paid by Ethereum Alliance. Bitcoin's not a security, goes and works for One River, who are a fund asset company who hold a lot of Bitcoin. Say XRP is a security and that's their biggest competition. It's just like, come on, man. Come on. There's got to be something going on. I'm not saying there's corruption or collusion, but come on, man. Let's have a look. And now it finally looks like people are. So that's great. With all that being said, guys, thank you for tuning into the video. I will be launching that gaming show that I was talking about. If you want to get involved, please comment down below. We are going to be setting up some kind of competition. So for the first day that we do it, we're going to have someone, a random follower, getting involved with us. So that'll be great fun. I can't wait to speak to you all. And I'll speak to you tomorrow on my next YouTube video. Thank you for tuning in.